about 3 basic fundamental secrets to support you when pricing your photography. Welcome to my photography business channel. My name is Rosh. This video is all about 3 fundamental secrets that honestly shouldn't be secrets to support you in pricing your photography. The first secret is that hourly rates are actually best used as an internal number for the photographer. What do I mean by that? Well, if you've been following my work for a while, you probably know that I'm a big fan and I support the idea of per image pricing. I promote it all the time because I think per image pricing and project pricing is one of the best ways to go for a photographer when pricing their photography. Now, when you're doing events, yes, events using an hourly rate sometimes, quite often, is actually the best way to go. But for the other types of photography that we do, when we photograph products or portraits, all different types of photography where people will only select a few images for advertising or personal use, I think it's better to put the value on the photograph and not your time. We still need to calculate an hourly rate to figure out how much we should charge for a project or per image. So we use that internal number to guide us into the best rate that's for us. Now, the next 2 secrets are related to developing this rate, but in the beginning, we're not always sure how much we should charge. I like to use per image pricing because it can be all encompassing. It can have my hourly rate, but also my editing rate, and also the usage, which brings us to number 2. The next secret that really shouldn't be a secret is that all uses of your photographs don't have the same value. When someone hires you or commissions you to create a photograph that they want to put on their desk or on their wall for personal use, there's a different value than a large company who wishes to use your photograph all over the world, in magazines, online, billboards. The value of that image is different. And that's why you need to understand and develop a system that'll help you, such as a percentage system, that'll help you determine how much you should charge based on how people are going to use your photograph. Now, I don't use a strict straight-on dollar amount. For example, if I charge one person $200 and another company, for example, wants to use my image on a much larger scale, I don't say, well, that's $500. I like to use a percentage. It kind of takes the emotion out of the pricing. So I might say, hey, if you're going to use it for billboards in my town, well, then I'm going to increase the price by 100% or 200% or 50%. It all depends on how you set up your system ahead of time. And that's one thing I highly recommend. You set up a system ahead of time. The different ways in which people can use your photography, and then put a percentage premium on top of your standard rate so you don't have to guess every time someone calls you with a unique opportunity. The next secret is something that a lot of photographers forget about when developing their pricing, and that is that their brand has value. Their reputation has value. And a lot of times we go through the process of developing our cost of doing business, and we understand what our internal hourly rate is, our day rate is, but we don't add a premium for our brand. We can do that, and sometimes that premium is 25% or even 100%. A lot of times that depends on how in demand we are and what is our reputation among our peers. And it's not easy to always figure that out. But as you start receiving more inquiries, you might start to think, you know what? I could probably add another 10% to my pricing and people would still hire me. So you can notch that up over time, and you can put that under the branding column. People are willing to pay your price based on your reputation. Sometimes it's experience. Sometimes it's based on the awards you've won. Sometimes it's based on the clients you've worked with, or the work that is being displayed in the world right now could increase your brand for maybe a year or two. It does fluctuate, but you do need to be aware of it. Your brand has value, and you should apply a brand premium based on what you see in the marketplace. It also gives you a foundation and formula to increase your rates over time as you get busier as a professional photographer. Hey, I'll see you in the next video.